And a two, and a one, two, three. Hello. Where's the other one?
Hi.
Hey! There she is. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on where in the world you might be watching this from. It is just about 12 a.m., and we are here with episode 4 of our new miniseries covering Digimon Seekers, chapter 1-4. So you're very welcome to the Crocron podcast. My name is AJ, joined along by the other one, Miss Megmon.
Hello. Why am I the other one today?
Ah, I'm just running with it. Um, but so Seekers is in its 4th day. And I feel like this chapter is, I think it's my favorite so far.
This part?
This
Yeah,
part of chapter 1, I should say.
yeah. There's a lot of describing, but
Mm.
world building and good.
Yeah, but I also feel like the first half of the chapter is also just repeating. Sorry, I keep saying chapter as if this isn't chapter 4. This is chapter 1, part 4.
Mm.
Um, but I feel like the first half of this kind of just repeats what the last part was saying.
A bit, yeah.
Like it does. It's like there's a lot of we can't tell humans about Digimon because they'd never understand, and if they were ever to find out that they were used for crimes like taking down that airplane,
Mm.
there would be chaos, and governments are covering it up as we speak. And so does it like it's retreading a lot of what we sort of read already, but
Which would be
it's
fine if chapter 1 ended and this was the start of chapter 2 or something.
I don't
But
know.
not parts in the same chapter.
Well, as I was getting to, it's repeating, but it's also expounding upon
Hmm.
kind of what we've been learning already.
Yeah.
So I don't dislike it for that, but it is very familiar.
Yeah.
But I think overall, yeah, so far, like day 4, this is my favorite so far because there's just we get to see a little more of Eiji's personality,
Mm.
and Ryu Senji just outright says, "Well, I guess they'll just have to call me eccentric." I was like, "Oh, hey, that's what Meg
That's
said."
that's what we were calling you.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, like, I mean, I suppose before we sort of get into the breakdown of it, overall, what were your sort of because obviously we read these separately.
Mm.
So, what were your thoughts on it?
Well, the first part, because it was basically what was said before, I kind of just skimmed it a bit.
Right.
I'm like, there's. But no, I'm enjoying the personalities that are coming through. I like that. They're not just. He's just a boring code cracker hacker person, and he's.
Yeah.
Like he's not like Ray, edgy
No.
boy.
No, he's very awkward and very sort of like very excitable.
He
Like
kind of reminds me of the guy in
there is a kid in there.
yeah, he's kind
Like
of like the guy in Cyberpunk. Like he turned into a hacker, or he was a hacker or whatever, but he was still like a high school kid.
you mean David,
Is that his name?
the main guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But he was awkward at first, and and later on he got all
Well,
crazy.
yeah, he
But
went crazy. Yeah, like when he
yeah, but at
when
first he was just
spoilers for Cyberpunk, I guess, but like when he got your man's arms, and then he just went crazy,
mm,
repeating his mistakes of
yeah.
overdoing the hardware. Yeah,
But like at this stage, he kind of
I
reminds me
still
of
hate
him.
the ending of that show.
You hate it,
Oh,
yeah,
Cyberpunk's ending sucks.
yeah,
The anime, I haven't finished the video game yet,
yeah,
but yeah, the anime is just, oh, why did I bother getting invested?
yeah, yeah. You'll have to put that in the title now. Spoilers for Cyberpunk or a review of Digimon.
Yeah,
Uh,
we'll see.
but just the way he was kind of awkward, but he was good at what he was doing with
Hmm.
whatever he was doing. You know, that's what I'm kind of getting from AG. He's a good code cracker, but he's also a bit of a silly child.
Hmm. Okay.
So I feel like that might get in trouble later.
Yeah, it's probably a bit of naivete there, which will, he'll trust the wrong person and it'll stab him in the back, or it will lead the Digipolice right to someone, or
Mm.
or there'll be some sort of clash with Leon, not S. Kennedy. Alexander, wasn't that his name?
Yeah,
Mm.
Leon Alex.
What a name.
Yeah.
Let's make it the most Roman emperor sounding name that we can. He may as well have just been called Nero.
Yeah.
Nero Alexander. Not to be confused with Nero Claudius.
I didn't actually like one thing the professor did.
Oh, well, he wasn't pleasuring Betamon
Yeah, they took that out.
They actually went back and changed that. It looks like it
You can see that on my Twitter. I screenshotted it. On the same page, they took out the pleasing her bit. He was just.
Well, I think what they did is they went and put in like a proper like translation rather than
I
letting
think
the
they just
machine
deleted that sentence because the tracing her outline is still there, and that was the end of it. So the bit about pleasing her, I think they just cut off the end of the sentence and put a full stop in.
Oh, maybe. Oh wait, hold on. I can go back this way, can't I?
Nope, you're thinking of the bottom of the page.
Okay.
Now, if it's still there on yours, that'll be weird. But it wasn't there on mine.
But no, I've seen other people comment that they feel like they've gone in and manually fixed the translation.
Trace the outline of Betamon's image with this finger.
Yeah. Where previously it read, hold on, I've got the screenshot here.
Did you not have that screenshot on your phone? Oh, there, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, there was a comma, so they put a full stop.
They put a full.
The rest of that sentence.
The rest of it. Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. Well, at least it shows somebody's listening, I guess.
Did you see the meme that someone posted?
No.
The Betamon on one side, and then like the girl with the Betamon eyes on the other side, and it's like what we see, what Ryuzenji sees.
Oh yes, yeah. yeah, I saw that. That was very funny, and Bandai, just hire a translator. It won't cost you that much, I promise. There's fans out there doing it for free.
Just hire.
Just strike a deal with them. Pay them to use their version.
Yeah. I haven't got around. I want to wait to read the fan translation until I've got the whole chapter.
Yeah.
I just want to read the chapter as a normal thing.
Yeah. Well, I still want to find time to do it as a proper reading. So look forward to that. That will be members only content. So you want to get in there quick, you'll get special dramatic reading of Digimon Seekers, as well as some cool emotes, and you'll be helping the channel out. So
that way, then we might be able to do some more giveaways.
Yeah, congratulations to Yggdrasil Phantom for winning our app drive.
Oh, they got it too.
They did, yeah. I'm so happy just to see the photos of it go up on Twitter. That was lovely. I was like, ah, brilliant. So, but anyway, we'll get back to this, and before we sort of ramble on too much. So we pick up from where the last part ended with Digimon are alive, and we learn that like people do keep Digimon like digital pets, and there are collectors, And Eiji's like, well, for Eiji, they're an important tool for his work. They're AI programs. We learned that Tyrannomon is actually fairly common. And because of that, like a lot of them are traded on Grim. Eiji's asks like, how do you get to Digimon Land, basically? But the project has been shelved.
Say that first bit of dialogue there was written a bit awkwardly as well.
Which?
Roll up one. Ryusenji speaks. Digimon are alive. The last thing in the last chapter. Got that open still?
Yeah, it was just the words Digimon are alive.
So is that what he just said?
Yeah.
Or did Eiji say that? Otherwise, that reads when that chapter is one piece. That reads Digimon are alive. Ryusenji speaks. Digimon are alive.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I get where you're coming from. So
did Eiji say it first?
Yeah. Okay. So that is one way it could be interpreted, where, like, as Eiji's letting his imagination get the better of him, and he's like, Digimon, and then Ryusenji sort of chimes in, hearing
he
that.
He echoes that. Yeah.
He echoes
Digimon are alive.
Yeah, they are alive, but.
But then Eiji is the one saying this.
It'd be a lot of fun if Digimon. Yeah, well, no, no, because Ryusenji is the one saying that.
No, he's not, because there are collectors like you.
Oh.
Or a code cracker like me.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So putting Ryusenji speaks at the top there makes it a bit awkward without saying Eiji is saying the next part.
Right. So you could also read it that it ends while Eiji is sort of lost in his like fantasy and whatever. While he's letting his imagination get the best of him, Ryusenji is like, Digimon are alive.
Yeah, but this line is also, the idea was to sell Digimon as characters to the general public. That's him talking about Digimon Land. Unless there's supposed to be...
But then he's saying, like, and then he's going into Digimon are alive, so...
Yeah, it's just the who's speaking when it can be a little bit confusing sometimes.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I think the idea here is because Eiji is saying, not Eiji, because Ryusenji is saying the idea is to sell the characters to the general public who don't know about the digital world. Yeah. Eiji starts letting his imagination get the better of him. So it's either while Eiji is sort of letting his imagination get the better of him, the Digimon are alive statement is following on from this. It's more of a, I'd be hooked. And then as Eiji's thinking about it, and he's probably got a stupid giddy face on him. He's like, Digimon are alive. And then you get into sort of the caveats of like, he sort of, Eiji snaps out of it and starts like, that'd be fun if it was true.
Yeah.
But, I know there's people who keep them as pets, and you're a collector, but for me, they're tools for work. They're not, he doesn't consider them as alive, so he's probably brushing the professor off.
Yeah.
But
he's still excited about the idea of the whole
Digimon
Land and all of that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's just written oddly.
Yeah. Well, the machine has written it oddly.
Yeah.
So, like, it basically, the Digimon Land project was shelved because it was too hard to make real, and this is why the digital world remains a secret to mankind. Like, and then we sort of go back on, like, there are people who use Digimon for crimes. There's code hackers who are not good at what they do. Code crackers are generally in the gray area, so they're a sort of a
dubiously legal.
Neutral good or lawful good. Well, maybe not lawful, but neutral good anyway.
Yeah, well, not necessarily good, but they're not breaking the law as such.
Yeah, but even among them, there are those who are black and white, and then there are the gray that are almost white and gray that are almost black. So there'd be your lawful good and your lawful evil. And
the majority of the stuff they do is in the gray area, but they will do either the darker stuff or just the really good stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever that might be.
There are those who are nice to talk to and those who are really bad criminals. And
those who are really bad.
criminals, and even those who are enemies of all mankind.
mankind.
Jinx.
Don't you punch me. Jinx me on a podcast.
Oh, sure I can. Chat. Silence.
It'll never last.
Oh. Anyway.
That's the next line.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So we go through, like, there's been network failures, information theft, cyber terrorism, Digimon, and it's the fact that people are using Digimon as an AI tool that has a lot to do with this. As shown in the video projection that AG saw previously, there was an incident where a Digimon was used by a terrorist to actually bring down an airplane. Harrowing, considering, well, where does your mind go first with that idea? So that's very harrowing, and also probably very real. We'll talk about it later, but the AI drug development thing was expanded upon by the fan translation.
Okay.
There's an actual thing where AI. Sorry, I'm sure I may as well do it now. I'm talking about it.
Yeah.
AI drug discovery is a thing, and it's basically science is using AI to develop new drugs and treatments.
Right. So it's making them run all
the equations and the mixing and all of
whatever
that.
the algorithm is when it comes to chemicals.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. And letting the AI
see what actually works and what doesn't. Yeah. Good idea.
Which is a lot less.
But
but it's a lot less tame than what we were thinking, where it's like, drugging people through, like,
we didn't think of drugs as medication.
No.
We thought of drugs as
like narcotics.
Yeah.
So it's a bit more tame than, like, where we went with it, but still, it makes complete sense.
If it's not been explained or you've never heard of it, and this is a show with cops, that's what you're gonna think.
Yeah, that's fair.
When they were talking about Digimon crime. So.
Yeah, and of course the plane being brought down by Digimon has not been made public. Digimon and the digital world itself are unknown to the public. The leaders of the world and international organizations have been covering up the existence of the Digimon and digital world for years, it seems. So yeah, we kind of touched on that at the top of the show. And Ryu Senji goes on to say it'd be too much of a scandal if a character from a theme park was used as a tool for criminals to commit cyber terrorism. And that's really where Digimon Land sort of goes away, because hey, imagine Pikachu being used to do that, take down a plane. Like,
the last thing those people see is a Pikachu before the plane explodes.
The plane short circuits because electricity and then plummets or something. It's or Mickey Mouse, the
most terrifying way to die.
I cut the brakes.
Oh god.
Cheers for Bob. Oh no, I can't say that. That's for all intents and purposes that was a joke.
I didn't even hear what you said.
Oh, I was saying fuck it. It's a joke. I'm not accusing the man of anything. I was saying regards from Bob Iger. He's like the head. There's Bob Chapek and Bob Iger, and they sort of go back and forth on who's like the CEO of Disney.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, so.
Okay, now I got what you're saying. Yeah.
So
sorry,
intended as a joke. I'm not saying Bob Iger would use an AI Mickey Mouse to sabotage a plane.
No.
God no.
But a terrorist would make an AI Mickey Mouse say that to push the blame over there.
Yeah, or I mean, you look you look at Twitter and how many like meme mascots or whatever sort of get co-opted for various sort of demonstrations, shall we say. Like, Pepe. Like, it started off as just like a sad meme frog, and then it got co-opted by, like, far right supremacists. And even though the character has sort of been reclaimed and is sort of starting to be used in its original intent again, the stain of what it was a symbol of is just still a bit icky for a lot of people. It's like, nah, I really don't want to be associated to that. So, and that's on a much more grounded level. So yeah, you take like you take a Pikachu or a Mickey Mouse or a Mario. Yeah, we're gonna see that movie tomorrow. Or today, while you're listening to this, when this episode goes live, Meg and I are going to be in the cinema watching the Mario movie.
Yay!
But
yeah, it'd be like someone using Hello Kitty to do something like that and do something bad, and then anything associated with her is just hard. Then apply that because everyone will remember at that time Hello Kitty took down a plane, or
so it's
it just
so I can appreciate the sentiment is actually very real here.
Yeah, see, it works,
and especially since like these are creatures from another world. Like you're on one hand you're sort of effectively introducing humanity to aliens.
Yeah.
And then going, hey, this alien was told to commit all these crimes, and then
but the rest
humanity hates itself enough, without giving them a target to rally behind. In the Digimon or the aliens, and I mean, also all people in certain walks of life have to do is cross a border, and they're subject to like so much needless hatred. And then you just apply that then to creatures from a world that lives alongside our own that the government never told us about. The tinfoil hat people would have a field day.
Yeah.
So yeah. So publicizing the digital world, basically you have to admit to the Digimon crimes that have been going on because of that, and basically the novel says the same thing. If they do that, there'll just be panic. The media would stir up anxiety about Digimon being invaders from another world, and it would just be so easy to assume that the digital world and Digimon themselves are inherently evil. So basically just what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
And they would, because humans are awful.
Yeah. And humans are awful enough to make the Digimon do stuff and then just put the blame on the Digimon.
Yeah. So so then we get back into like the majority of human beings still don't know about it, and even if they do, they don't understand it. So we're retreading sort of statements that were made previously. But there's Ryusenji, being the genius that he is, says something that's difficult for Eiji to understand. And then there's just an ellipses. So I don't know if this is meant to be like everything after panic, like the media, blah blah blah. Is Ryusenji just sort of not Ryusenji? Is Eiji just sort of looking blankly at Ryusenji, or did he say something else that flew over his head and we just don't know what that is yet?
I think.
Or is it meant to be that there's another world beyond the network line? Because we learned that like they've already said that.
Yeah, I think some of the quotation marks are lost in this translation.
Okay. Lost in translation, Mon. There's your shout out. Not that, just because.
Because I said it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, some of them, I think, like all of that above that line you've got highlighted there. Like, easy to assume the Digimon are evil or whatever. Is he saying that, or is the novel saying that? And neither of them said that out loud.
Oh, I see what you mean. So yeah, because after exactly there's because after exactly there's no quotation mark, so this doesn't really read as Ryusenji
to be able to
saying it
talk,
to
or
AG.
yeah,
It seems to be more the novel is sort of telling the reader.
yeah, which
Yeah.
comes out really weird because it's exactly what he's talking
Or
about.
this
So
is AG's train of thought after Ryu Senji says exactly to his panic question. So
yeah,
he's
but
like,
there's no
"Oh yeah,
indication that he's thinking it or
no." Italics would have been nice here.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I suppose it's probably, I don't want to say blue text like Phoenix Wright does, where he's thinking,
Mm.
but then again, sometimes he's just muttering under his breath, and that gets hard to tell as well. But something to make it sound like I actually, looking at it again, I think this is AG's train of thought, because he would go,
Mm.
"Oh, people would panic, and then the media would cause a shit show, and
Mm.
then people would just bully Digimon." So I think that's where,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's meant to be AG's sort of inner monologue, sort of,
Yeah.
or inner train of thought.
And then after that, I think, yeah, it's the part he doesn't understand is he's like, they don't, even if they know about it, they don't understand it because AG knows about the digital world, as in
Yeah.
his AI tools that go in and capture other ones or whatever.
Hmm.
But then, like, he's kind of going, "What do you mean I don't understand it?"
Well,
And that's where the Digimon being alive come into it.
hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's where it goes from there. But I'm not sure what the ellipses is really.
So do you
It's
think it's
kind
meant
of
to be
just
more, if I just read it verbatim, do you think it's meant to be more, again, from Ryu Senji's perspective? The majority of human beings still don't know about the digital world, and even if they do, they don't understand it. That there is another world beyond the network that is different from the real world, and that Digimon are actually alive.
yeah. So in the middle of that sentence, AG kind of, I think that's what the ellipses is meant to represent. He kind
Yeah.
of looks at him like, "Huh? What do you mean I don't understand it?"
Well, and maybe not him specifically, but just the
No,
idea.
I think it is him because in the next part, then this is his thoughts. He's like that the Digimon are actually alive, and he's gone. They don't understand it.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't understand it.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I
The
think that's a
first
bit
thing he did
drastic.
to ask himself, is there a real world where the Digimon are alive? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's going between his train of thought and things he's saying out loud, and it's getting confusing.
Yeah. See, this is where, when we get to like the fan translation, um this will be a bit more straightforward.
Mm.
Um
Color code they're reading or something so
Color.
you know it's who's talking.
Just make it a script again. Sorry,
See,
we're not allowed to
mm,
theorize that this might have started off as a script that has actually upset some people.
mm.
What?
See, I'd prefer it read more like a script in this part because it would have AG speaks. Uh,
Yeah.
you know, you'd know who was talking, or
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is just the machine making. I don't know if this is the machine making it awkward, or if we're just looking too deeply into it. Because my reading of it is like this bit highlighted here, the media whose job. That's
mm,
AG's train of thought. Then we go into the majority of humans, blah blah blah. And I think, yeah. So I think what this line here says something that's difficult for AG to understand. I think that's meant to be more past tense. It's meant to be more like Ryusenji, being the genius that he is, has said something that AG
yeah, it's the fact that
doesn't understand, or you know,
he doesn't understand why Ryosenji thinks he doesn't understand the digital world because he works in it. But as he doesn't know anything about the actual digital world, he only knows.
yeah.
It says
I
it
don't think
actually.
it's. I
Like
don't.
it says it further down that the digital world he knows is the one inside his little dock.
Hmm. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that direct.
I think it is.
Uh, um. Hold on.
I think if we go further, it'll.
Yeah. I think you're looking too deeply at it.
Okay.
Yeah. No, yeah, no,
But look, we continue on.
Yeah. Because I think this is more, he said something that's gone over, like that AG couldn't quite put his finger on or something. It's more of or it gave him something that's given difficult for AG to comprehend that the Digimon are alive. So we're continuing on that.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
But I don't think it's a personal.
It's more about like he's talking about like code crackers and people who work with Digimon and stuff.
Yeah.
Using them as tools or whatever, they don't actually understand what they're doing as live creatures from another world.
Yeah.
And that's where it goes in this part.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let me have another look at this because they repeat that line, and even if they do, they don't understand it, right? So let me try it this way. Let me just try it this way. Publicizing the digital world and Digimon means publicizing Digimon crimes to the world. What do you think will happen if we do? Panic. Exactly. The media, whose job it is to stir up anxiety about Digimon being invaders from another world, will start to make a fuss. It'd be easy and short-sighted to assume that the digital world and Digimon are evil. The majority of human beings still don't know about the digital world, and even if they do, they don't understand it. Ryusenji, being the genius that he is, said something that Eiji couldn't quite comprehend. You get the ellipses. And Ryusenji is still talking here, so Eiji is just
I feel
talking.
like the ellipses is him kind of looking up, like
going, huh? Wait, yeah, and then you get that there is another world beyond the network that is different from the real world. That Digimon are actually alive. Even if they do, they don't understand it.
You're reading it the way I think it should be read.
Yeah, okay.
But you're not picking up on what I've said about it.
You're as backwards as the machine.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I think I'm right. Having a little realization here. Oh shit, they're alive, and I've been killing them off.
I don't. Oh, we'll get there. And even if they do, they don't understand it. Professor Ryusenji, the first thing that he did was to ask himself, is there a real world where Digimon are alive? Digimon are alive. And then so we're just repeating those keywords. Yeah. Okay.
Because he's realizing these are actual creatures that I've been murdering.
Well,
for profit.
Okay, don't put it like that. Anyway. So enough of the straightforward reading. That's not why we're here. I feel like if certain lines were italicized here, they would do a better job of at least separating like what is internal monologue and what's narrative. Yeah. At least then you could say, okay, well the italics are internal monologue and what AG's actually thinking, and then the rest is the book talking to the reader.
Yeah, because those lines about the media, they're in his head. But the Ryusenji being the genius that he is, that's the book telling us that AG didn't understand something. So that should have been.
Yeah, but even that line, the media whose job it is to stir up anxiety about Digimon, I think that's mistranslated. That reads a bit clunky. I think it's meant to be.
Yeah, but I still think that's in his head. You know.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I think it's meant to be more like the media, whose job it is to stir up controversy. The media,
whose job it is to stir up anxiety, would stir up anxiety about Digimon being invaders, but they can't word it like that. That's the way it's supposed to be, right? I think.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Okay. Basically, yeah. Who's, the media. Maybe whose job isn't even accurate. It could just be the media would stir up a controversy about Digimon being invaders. So I think the whose job it is bit, that's probably the bit that just gets lost in the machine. But I think it's meant to be the media would stir up anxiety about Digimon being invaders and would start to make a fuss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Right. So he asks, so he's been having his little think, and then he's asking like, is there a real world where the Digimon are alive? And we get the line from the trailer.
Mm.
Don't you want to know the real world and the digital world, the truth of the two worlds? So we get the line from the trailer, which is fine, I guess. Um, and Ryusenji's like, do you want to see the other side of the world? And Eiji's excited about this prospect.
Mm.
And sort of acknowledges that he knows nothing about it. Like for him, the digital world is about the information on the black and white screens of the digital dock.
Mm.
But the world Professor Ryusenji is seeing is so different from what he knows that if it's like the one he saw in the video, the sea of networks, the real world, a glimpse of the world beyond the noise. Yeah, like he would jump at that opportunity.
Mm.
Um, so Ryusenji asks him, "Do you know why the image I showed you in D4 is top secret?" I think that's meant to be video.
Yeah,
Because,
it wasn't an image.
and yeah, or maybe imagery.
Yeah.
And we're sort of covering this, like we're doubling down on our points again here because we already know this is top secret.
Yeah.
We've just had a line of dialogue telling us that was a cybercrime and the people can't know Digimon are real because you'd have to tell them that was a Digimon crime.
Yeah.
So they're just telling us again. It
Now
basically.
I guess this is just him confirming for AG that it's all those images are real.
Yeah.
But then it goes on to say that view is an imaginary image generated by the AI based on observed data, so it's not really the digital world.
Yeah.
So it's a bit, again, the images are real, yes, but no.
Yeah, it's a bit weird like that. So like AG makes it, yeah, he'd like this because the imagery is real, and Ryusenji's like, yes, but then goes on to say, as Meg said, like that the imagery that we saw in 1-3 was generated by AI based on observed data. And Digimon really do live in the digital world. Um, which is also like, so was this plane traveling in the digital world, or did something come through a portal and or
No, I think that was just the second part of the presentation.
with the
The
forests and
digital
the
world was all this and that, and then it went, but we can't tell anyone because
yeah,
cybercrime.
okay, yeah. No, fair enough. Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, it's like, yes, the imagery was real, but it's also AI generated based on observed data. So there's part of me that goes, the person taking like recording the inside of the cabin and his sleeping wife, maybe lover, maybe daughter, hopefully not all the same person.
But I don't think that has that to do with the AI generated stuff. That's a real video. That's the reason they can't.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I just looked at it again. I'm reading that wrong.
No,
So the digital world imagery
like the
is
forest,
imaginary.
the
The forests and the caves and
yeah,
the Mario worlds, basically.
yeah,
Fire, grass, ice, yeah, blah
yeah.
blah.
All of that is he's telling him that's really the digital world.
Yeah.
Then it goes on to say, but no, it's not.
Mm.
But the plane crash video has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, it's not a yeah. Okay. Um
It's also something that's top secret.
so
But
yeah, so they're not even talking about the plane crash here. They're
no,
talking
just the world
about
itself.
the digital world thing and the sea of networks and blah blah blah.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because
That
he's comparing them kind of to aliens, basically.
right. Okay, yeah. I totally misread that then.
Okay.
Yeah, I completely misread that one then. Um so the real extraterrestrials are on the digital network, not in outer space. Um and then Ryusenji looks into Eiji's eyes, and we get those keywords again. Digimon are alive.
Mm.
AG looks at the hololized Madoki Betamon. It's alive. And then he has his coming to Jesus moment that sort of Meg alluded to previous, where he's like, the Tyrannomon, which he's been using as an AI tool, are also alive.
Yeah.
And
I did a murder.
well, I mean, he didn't. I mean, Madoki Betamon killed his Tyrannomon. He didn't.
It wouldn't have died if it wasn't sent on a mission by him.
He should have been a better trainer or tamer.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so yeah, so like there's a thing, so like Ryu Senji's going on like to say like to see the digital world firsthand with our own eyes and experience it with our own senses, not with like virtual technology and observational data. Ryu Senji wants to break the yoke between the real world and the digital world. And I'm sorry, because in Irish vernacular or slang, yoke is like a thing. You know, it's like, ah, that yoke over there, that figgy,
Yeah.
that.
But it's also
It's not like an egg yolk. That's.
I think it's ecstasy.
Oh God. Oh God, we're back to AI drugs.
Yeah. I think it's ecstasy. Taking yolks.
Oh well, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just to me, it's like to break the thing, to break that yoke between, you know.
I think the real proper way to say that would be to bridge the gap. That's what he wants to do.
Yeah.
He wants us to be able to travel there and Digimon to travel here with no.
So what Ghost Game allegedly was trying to set up.
Yeah, he wants to set up his own country.
But I also got the idea it was more like an egg yolk, and I only say that because like in certain Digimon media, like when we see digital elements bleeding through the wall of reality, like they take that Digitama form.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's what they're going for. You know, like
no, I think a yoke is actually another kind of thing, an actual thing. It's like a horse and cart thing, or yeah.
Okay.
So it's like you have the two animals and the thing is on their back. But he wants to take away that difficult thing and just have the worlds move freely.
Right, I get you. Oh, yeah, okay, the wooden, like it's almost like a oh, what's the not a not
stocks.
The stocks. Yeah, it's almost like a stock. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
But it's for a plow so that they can pull the two animals can pull it at the same time.
So he wants to break that and let them run free rather than be segmented apart.
Yeah, and that's why it's spelled O-K-E instead of O-L-K.
O-L-K, of course. Yeah. No, like I wasn't really leaning too heavily into the egg theory, but it was just another way of my brain went, oh, but Digitama, egg yolks. But anyway, so basically this is why Ryu Senji has devoted his life to researching Digimon. Everything he does is for the sake of D4. And the Madoki Betamon transfer is finally complete.
In his universities.
So it's it's in his,
or whatever.
It's in part of his collection now.
That's the bit that I didn't like.
Yeah. So Ryu Senji basically takes the Digimon dock and goes, meh, and just chucks it behind him into the bin.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, you might not. Like it goes on to say there was like almost an error or something because it's like really badly made or something.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's still his property. You don't just get to chuck that in the bin. What are you doing?
Yeah.
He probably worked really hard to get the parts for that.
Yeah, like obviously AG doesn't know you're going to hand him a smartwatch version of it.
Yeah, I might still want to keep it as like a
backup or something.
All of his Digimon are currently in it. You know?
Are they not in his XL?
Are they? I don't know.
The other thing, yeah.
But whatever it is, I'm like, he could have stuff stored in it. Maybe more than one could go into it. I don't know. But the point is, it's his. You don't just get to chuck that in the bin. even if you are going to give him something fancy.
Well, hold on. I think I might be able to show you something here. So this is the Digimon dock, and I'll put
Okay.
it up on screen here. So this is what was on display at the museum.
Okay.
This is the prototype and circuit board for the VPET. And this is how it's used in Seekers.
Okay.
DMP, so prototype 001. DM poo.
Poo. Poi.
So
The way the one looks, it just looks like, in Japanese text where they have the corners and things.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they're meant to be quotation marks. I'm not sure.
They do. Yeah, they don't have quotation marks the same way we do. They're
Yeah.
kind of like half square bracket things.
Yeah, so that's what that kind of looks like at the end of it.
Yeah.
So it does look like it says poo.
So I'll just throw them up on screen here very quick for the viewer. For anyone on the audio, apologies if you're audio only, but if you're watching visually. So this is what the Digimon dock looks like. We've seen it in the chapter 1 trailer. It's very much just a prototype VPET. I do
it
like.
Looks like what you'd think your VPET would look like without the case on it.
Oh yeah, like, I mean, sure they already do like those '90s throwback clear plastic. Yeah. So, although ours doesn't have the sort of hazard box around it, I really do like this. I would love a.
Yeah, that's where you said it looked like the Ghostbusters Ghost Trap.
Yeah. Like I would love for them to make a production version of this. You'd probably have to do something to just hide off the wiring, because obviously you don't want people, breaking it for like snipping the red wire or whatever.
Yeah, all you have to do is put another piece of plastic on top of it.
Yeah, just something to make it a bit more Seekers merchy. Advertise it as the Digimon dock, but it's ostensibly just a VPET that you would raise and.
Yeah, I think the other picture looks more like a one they could sell.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely mean like it would. I mean, it's this. Oh gosh, it's the same device, but I think this picture is just shinier. Oh god.
The other one looks like a more professional image. This.
Yeah.
Looks like a normal person took it.
Yeah, but like
dust and scratches.
Yeah, but like you still see like it's got the red wire hanging out. Like
so all they'd have to do is put another piece of clear plastic up there.
And I do like that though. I love this sort of plexiglass look to it.
Like the kind of used look.
Yeah, like, and then like it being held together like with bolts rather than, you turn it over and there's 4 screws in the back.
Yeah.
But I like this industrial homemade look that this has got going on.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, if that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
He clearly like stuck that together himself.
Oh yeah.
Now and built it himself, and that's impressive. But
that's why he has no money.
Yeah. And that's like he's managed to make this thing that can house actual living creatures.
Yeah.
And he's just chucking it in the bin.
Yeah. But yeah, production version of this would be nice. As you said, yeah, just maybe just another bit of clear plastic on the top and bottom to make sure that you can't mess with the wires
on it. Yeah.
Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, that'd be great. But anyway, where were we? All right, yeah. So he basically tries to chuck it in the bin.
He does. It's just that AG jumps for it and catches it before it does, and then he crashes into the trash can. Which is where his silly child personality shows up. He's not very, he's kind of clumsy.
Yeah, no, and that's where, like, I was literally about to say, this is, like, where we really start to see AG's personality start to shine through, where he's not just super serious, like Ray from Appmon, edgy hacker.
Yeah, like Ray would have just put out his hand and caught it without even flinching,
Yeah. So he's like, "What are you doing?" He was so overcome with energy, he face planted straight into the trash can. I love it. And it goes on to basically say what we were saying. Like, it was a creation made of used parts, and even though it was mostly junk, it still cost him a lot of money. And then Ryu Senji says, there was an error in the memory, so like it nearly.
So let me fix the error instead of tossing it away.
Yeah, but that error in the memory nearly corrupted the Madoki Betamon. he has to be so he has to be careful about his collection of data. Um, and then yeah, so he's like, I'm more careful about the condition of my data than anyone else, especially because it sort of influences Ryusenji's work.
Mm.
And we learned like the data for Madoki Betamon was almost destroyed. And then like sort of AG sort of retorts back, and he's like, well, yeah, but you don't throw it away. Um,
Again, this is another place where they started that sentence without a quotation mark
and
and ended
finish
with
it.
one.
Yeah, but like he goes on to say, look, I don't have the money you do. I can't just afford the latest and greatest tech. I got to make do with what I have.
Yeah.
So this is important to me. This is my life's work.
Yeah, he's like, we're freelancers. We can't just go into a shop and buy this stuff
yeah,
because that's kind of illegal.
exactly. Yeah, so I really do like we're sort of getting this not necessarily a clash of ideals, but you're really seeing like where they are sort of like in the pecking order of life, and maybe
Yeah.
Ryu Senji takes some of this stuff a bit too much for granted and doesn't see that like these freelancers he's hiring sort of have to do it by whatever means possible.
Yeah.
So I really
For
like
them,
that.
it could come down to a piece of their Digimon dock or a dinner that day, from what
Yeah.
we've learned.
And then I think Ryu Senji was just ignoring him while he was having his rant.
Yeah, he was.
He
Yeah.
was like, hello? Are you listening to me? So Ryosenji starts speaking in a very peculiar way. It goes on to say, he is, after all, a genius scientist of the highest caliber in Japan. He can be forgiven for coming across as at least a bit eccentric. So basically, what Meg was saying,
Yeah, but I think he says that himself later on, doesn't he? They can call me eccentric then. Does he say something like that?
Maybe we'll get there. Like we're nearly done.
Yeah.
I think we're past the halfway point. Oh, maybe not. Oh no, we're only halfway through this part. So, um, anyway, so Ryusenji then asks to see Eiji's arm. I guess he's been studying him while he's been having his rant. And Eiji like just doesn't know what to do, so he gives him his arm, and Ryusenji straps a vital bracelet to it.
Yeah, like it says he takes a deep breath as if he's expecting to be injected with something.
Yeah, it's like, oh god, just get it over with.
What are you doing to me?
Yeah, but then he looks at this like vital bracelet that's been strapped to his wrist, and he turns into like the N64 meme kid. He's like, when was the last time he felt like this? When he got a new video game console, his first smartphone? No, this feeling is many times greater than that. He has a feeling his entire world will expand just by wearing it. And we learn that this is Abaddon Electronic Corp's prototype state-of-the-art Digimon dock. It's a smartwatch type. AG feels like jumping up and down and doing 3.5 cartwheels. Like he is super, like he is high on sugar right now.
He is, and he's very specific about how he feels. 3.5 cartwheels.
Only 3.5. Would you be too exhausted after the third one?
Like, I guess, but does the half cartwheel leave you standing on your hands?
I guess.
And then you just fall over.
So Abaddon Electronics products are easy to modify into monitors and are highly regarded among code crackers. And this is a genuine AE product, and it's a trade secret because it's related to Digimon. And then we get our illustration for the day, and it's a picture of the vital bracelet with the new band. And yeah, Lugamon's on the front.
Boy.
The best boy is finally here, kinda. Yay. And then we learn that it's called a Digimon linker. So again, it's a prototype of a product that Ryusenji's been working on. And like this thing does a hell of a lot more than the vital bracelets in real life. Now, obviously it would. I'm not expecting, my vital bracelet BE to do, a bunch of code cracking, but
yeah,
this one, It has a biometric scanner,
Yeah.
a vital sensor, so it can only be used by AG.
Yeah.
Because he's the person registered to it.
Mm.
It's a medical device class sensor. It records pulse, right? Fine. The actual one records pulse. That's fine.
Yeah, it's like
blood pressure, respiration, body temperature, and so forth. And it comes with 24-hour medical support via their life support system.
But the blood pressure, all that, your Fitbit can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's basically
it's that, but it's got the, you know, like in Cyberpunk when someone gets shot,
I was literally
the ambulance literally just shows up at the door.
Just about to say, yeah, they've got that like Cyberpunk medical insurance, built into it.
It just goes off when there's something wrong with your vitals, and the ambulance is just there.
The med team or whatever they were called in the game, yeah, they just turn up.
I'm gonna be healthy, he says.
It's such a like. I would not be surprised. I know with Seekers they only sold the band with the Lugomon dim card, and which I'm actually shocked on because every version of the Vital Bracelet out there currently has a little logo on the top of it. His one clearly doesn't.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised that they didn't just release a whole new one, even the anniversary one with the black and gold one. Yeah. Like that's got the little Koromon thing on it with the leaf, the leaves around it. So I'm surprised they didn't just release a blank one to make it more in line with the show. Like, it's going to be weird having this Ghost Game Vital Bracelet BE, but with the Seekers band on it.
Yeah, but
like if you want accuracy, is what, you know, from a cosplayer and accuracy perspective, it'll be weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because that's Quantumon symbol, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Which.
So, is she going to be the big bad in this? Hope not.
No.
No, but his one doesn't have it, so I do like the look of that band. So.
Yeah, no, the band. I'm looking forward to us getting our new bands.
Yeah. You clean this? Oh no, you didn't. There's a
anyway
mark on it. Also, mine is dead because I haven't used it in a while.
Yeah. I keep charging mine up to use it and start wearing it again, and then I just go, later. Honestly, it's like I was saying last night. The new app has killed my excitement for the bracelet.
Yeah, I didn't even open like my Angoramon or my Jellymon.
No,
and I didn't finish Gamamon because I got locked in the evolution pack.
Yeah, because the timer ran out.
Yeah, but I didn't even go back and do it because like. Once you put them into the app, that's it. They're just stuck in the app, and there's nothing you can do with them.
Yeah.
Oh, we've been talking for an hour now.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
At all. So anyway, it's so it does all this stuff, which I'm like, I would not be surprised if like down the road we get like the Vital Bracelet BE2. Or there's a more premium version, and it actually is just a Fitbit.
Yeah, they could even do like a Fitbit X Digimon, or you know.
Yeah, align with some company. You know, it's never going to be an Apple Watch. You know.
Yeah.
As much as Japan, you know, they have a sort of this love affair with Apple. I think it's more to do with, you know, it just being a brand rather than Androids being a. Anything and everything. It's why the iPhones get all the best like fucking phone cases and crap. But
you're so salty about the ARC phone, aren't you?
A little bit. A little bit. I wanted that ARC phone case, but no.
Phone only.
Anyway. But yeah, no, I would a proper Fitbit version that you would also raise monsters on.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah. Like that's what
I'd use it more as well.
That's what the Pokemon Plus thing should do if it's tracking your sleep and all that.
Oh,
that should be like your Fitbit that tracks your sleep, you know?
Yeah.
Or it should at least just be an app on that you can download to a Fitbit or an Apple Watch or something, you know?
Agreed.
If you have Pokemon Go on your phone, then you can link it up to whatever watch you have linked to your phone.
Yeah.
With that app.
But then they can't sell you. Then they can't sell you a silly Pokeball button.
Yeah.
which I have
They
pre-ordered.
could sell that
What?
as an exclusive case for your Fitbit or something, you know?
Nah, I don't know if that
Not
would
case,
work.
or you know, like the straps for it, and then there's a little thing to make it look like the old school watches.
Yeah, like a little door thing or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. But anyway,
Yeah, it also supports hololization.
yeah. So anyway, yeah, the dock begins to set itself up automatically, and we learn that Ryu Senji is also the technical director of the Digimon dock division.
He would be though.
Oh yeah, totally. But
He's the boss of everything.
yeah.
It says Digimon, he's the boss.
Final boss,
Mm.
final boss of series, baby.
Mm.
But anyway, I love.
Besides, he wants to be the boss of the digital world too.
Oh, I hope not. I love this. So I'm gonna be healthy line. It's just funny.
Yeah. It's like those people who think that because their bracelet says they got so many steps that they, you know,
that they burn so many calories.
Yeah, but then you have people that are like, you know, giving their kids their Fitbit to try on and go, run around the house for me so I get my steps in. And you're like, no, that's not how that works.
My mother was a demon for that. My mother, I would go for my walks, right? Yeah. After work, right? And my mother would be like, here, take mine with you while you're out. And I'm like, no, that's not how that works. You're welcome to come with me, and we can have some chats and whatever.
Yeah, just because it says the steps doesn't mean that they're happening for you. They even joke about that in the Sonic movie. You know, when the sister is all tied up in the first movie, and her child is running around,
yeah,
and she's like, "Put on my Fitbit on."
I get my steps in. Yeah, God, yeah, I forgot about that. So it supports hololization, and originally Digimon hololization was only allowed at the Digi Lab and a few other facilities.
Figured out what DDL is.
I think it's the Darren or Darwin
Denrin.
or Denrin.
Yeah,
the Denrin Digital Lab, because
we don't know what D4 stands for either.
Well, D3 stands for digital, detect, and discover. So maybe it's
detect, discover, dock.
I guess we'll find. I'm sure we'll find out later, and it'll probably be one of these things that only makes sense in like English. But anyway, yeah. So only the DDL and a few other facilities will allow, are allowed to hololize. But this is an exception. Anyway, it's special, and I fully see that is just AG's train of thought, looking at the bracelet and going, "This is special, this is special, this is special, this is special." Yeah. But then anyway, so it's like, this is a prototype. Is it really okay? Like, what's the catch? And I love that AG is immediately suspicious. He's like, okay, you're not just giving me this thing. What do you want from me for this?
You're giving me this top secret device that's not allowed to be used anywhere.
Yeah, like what?
No, I can just have it. No.
Yeah. So what's the catch? And he's like, oh no, nothing. It's just a gift. But here's the thing. And AG's like, yeah, man, I saw this coming. I might know you better than you think, Professor. But because AG has no intention of parting with his smartphone type Digimon dock. It's a smartphone type. He wants it. The Digimon linker is, without a doubt, a digitally enhanced version of AG's own dock. So basically his mission is just, I want to see what you can do with it on your next job.
Yeah, he's like, just go be a code cracker with this.
Yeah.
Because it sounds more like he wants to research how it would work in that situation.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to do it himself because code cracking might be illegal for someone of his stature.
Yeah. So AG agrees, and yeah, that was fast. I like you. And Ryu Senji takes AG's arm and presses a switch on the side of the linker. The screen glows faintly. A mysterious flame seems to flicker from the clock screen. And we get introduced to Lugamon. Child level. Dark beast. Virus type. The tiny color screen showed a Digimon he had never seen before. AG's eyes twinkle. Dog? Even AG's like, oh my god, I got a pupper!
The doggo! And just see him with the face like,
yeah, doggo. Yeah. So like again, this chapter, like this part of the chapter is really good.
Because he's an excited child.
Oh yeah.
Because he is. He's 19 and he just got something sparkly and new, and it has a dog in it.
He lives on the internet. So anyway, so he gets his request from Ryu Senji, and he goes back to the reception. He goes through the gate and back to the reception hall on the first floor, and he's thinking about the yoke between the real world and the digital world. And then in the center of the hall, the three-way object is being hololized, the data virus vaccine thing. And then, oh, good evening. Hatsune speaks to him first at the reception desk. So AG returns his pass.
Stop reading it.
Yeah, I know. AG returns his pass, and Hatsune, they get into a conversation about the Digimon dock on his wrist.
Yeah,
and he's like,
she
yeah,
spots it when he hands the pass back, and she's like, "Ooh, you got one, huh?"
Yeah, and he's like, "Yeah, the professor gave it to me. Do you know of it? It's a Digimon dock." And AG, he's showing it off like a child at Christmas, really. So he's showing it off to Hatsune. Look at this, isn't it cool? It's confidential, isn't it? Like and she's like, "This is confidential, isn't it? That's like the newest model, huh?" And you know, AG's like, "Yeah, for a receptionist, you seem to know a lot of what's going on." So he says, and then she's very impressed that Ryu Senji would immediately ask AG to test a device like that. He must really trust AG. And then so
yeah, they're kind of bonding over
yeah, they're kind of bonding over
the
it.
Professor being weird and
yeah.
But she's also seemed to get a bit more of a respect for him because he's not just some scruffy kid off the street that she thought he was.
Yeah. You know, so like she wasn't trying to flatter him, but like she was genuinely sort of complimenting him, and he's like, wait, do you really mean that? And she's like, yeah. I mean, the professor's he's a bit awkward, isn't he? You know, like they outright acknowledge he's got a certain like eccentricness to him. They call it awkwardness, but
maybe that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I think so. And then, and Age is like, yeah, he's a bit peculiar, isn't he? And then they, you know, he's like, yeah, your attitude is so different, but you know, it's not a bad thing. And they say goodbye, and she calls him Nagasumi, and he's like, call me Eiji. And she says, likewise, you can call me Hatsune or whatever you want. So she's no longer like, don't get casual with me. Like they're bonding, and I really do like this. And she asks him again about his occupation on the form, and she's fidgeting, I guess. And he has to think about it, and he's just like, I'm a freelancer. I basically
that's in his head, I think.
That's in his head. I'm a freelancer. Like I don't really have a set occupation. I've no established job. And he introduces himself. I think I don't know if this is for her benefit or the readers, because he's got his Digivice now. He's a bit more giddy and maybe a bit more confident that the professor has put this trust in him. So he's like, I'm Eiji Nagasumi, a code cracker.
That sounds like something the character would be saying to the screen rather than her.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't know if that's for her benefit or ours reading it, because
she's just like, huh.
Yeah. And Hatsune's reaction was the most subtle of the day, which I love. Like, because it's like Professor is so eccentric and he is so giddy, and she's just
okay. It's like he just went, I'm a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, and she's like,
that's
really?
Nice. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I'll write it down there. Thanks. Goodbye. So she still has, like, she has more of a respect for him than she did when he walked in.
Oh yeah.
But she's still kind of like, okay.
Yeah, well, they're on a first name basis now, so that is not how long I thought this would take.
No.
Not how long I wanted it to take, just based on our chatter previously on it.
Yeah.
I really wanted these two to be sort of like loggerheads for a while.
Well, yeah.
But
I suppose the professor being who he is and him giving you something so important commands more respect, I guess.
Yeah.
that's impressed her. So
That's him. Yeah.
she's like, okay, you're not a scruffy little shit.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep saying scruffy. I just,
It's not a street rat.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
But he's not a refined academic or a businessman like all the other people.
Yeah, but he's obviously important enough for the professor to trust.
Mm.
So
she's kind of looking past the exterior of him now, going, "Ooh,
yeah,
he must be somebody."
So overall, like, yeah, no, still my favorite part of this so far. The AG sort of coming out of his shell, the professor's eccentricity, Hatsune, having this sort of, oh, I know what's going on. Like, I've got the inside track here.
Yeah.
I feel like she's going to be a bigger character later now. I feel like her being a receptionist is more of it's a front for something else.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if she's working for the police and she's undercover, or
she's like his personal assistant or something when he's not. Like when he's not in there working on that, or
maybe.
You know what I mean?
Like AG's assistant?
No, Ryosenji's.
Oh, no, I just meant like bigger to the plot rather than her just being a background character that might pop up every now and then.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. She could be something more in the company itself.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's
because she knows everything. If that's top secret, why does the receptionist know,
Yeah. Like, who's feeding her information? Is she a mole? Is she like bigger? Like, yeah.
Turn out to be his daughter or something.
That would be interesting, because that would explain why we don't have a surname. Like, they've got, like, I'm not saying they've gone out of their way not to be like Hatsune fill in the blank.
Yeah.
But the name, the thing on the net desk was just Hatsune. It wasn't.
Like, is that meant to be her surname or something? She could have a different surname to her dad.
That happens. Yeah, but I don't know if it's intentional. But that was why I thought originally. Because I didn't think much of it.
Is Ryusenji his first name?
No, surname.
That's his surname because he's like Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Todoroki. That's the other. That's another show. Where is it?
It is in here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hard to look at when you scroll.
Yeah, I'm getting that too.
White on blue is a bad choice.
Oh, here.
There it is. Tomonori.
Tomonori, yeah. So she could be Hatsune Ryusenji.
Tomonori sounds more like a surname. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's not Professor Tomonori. Because that would be like the Japanese, it would be Tomonori Hakase. Well, I suppose in this case, Ryusenji Hakase. Okido Hakase, or Professor Oak. So yeah, I didn't really think much of it because I just thought she was going to be a background character and we didn't need a surname. But now they've sort of set her up as like having the inside track on a lot of things. Will she be sort of this confidant, sort of feeding him information and things like that? So she could very well be another Ryusenji. She could be but I don't know if that's too obvious or not.
Yeah, well, it's just a theory. Yeah. Be anyone. She could be because
again. No, I have too much self-respect.
There's we know from the character list there's 2 unknown characters from another part of the story that we haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah, Chris Redfield and the guy with the purple dreads. Yeah.
So she could be working for them even, you never know.
The Sons of Chaos, I think their group is called. Not to be confused with the Sons of Anarchy. But
No.
yeah, no, overall I really do like this one. I really want to see where this goes now. Like, is he just gonna get out there and do like the ghost game thing of 1, 2, 3, and suddenly he's in an AR field or a pseudo space, or
Yeah, like
how does he get into the digital world?
is a linker the same as theirs? Like, is it the same as their bracelet?
Like, is
Like,
he like
is it
formally going to meet Lugamon tomorrow?
Yeah, because he's allowed to hololize whatever he wants now.
Yeah.
Carry him around and go, no, it's just a plushie. I would.
Yeah. No, he's just a doggo. But don't mind the crystal on his head.
He's just cosplaying.
Yeah. It's Japan. Look, there's cosplayers over there. We're just we're part of a show. I would just be petting the. I would just be petting.
Oh
the
yeah,
doggo.
I'd forget about the job.
Just play with the doggo all day. Yeah. But then again, this doggo can talk back, presumably, and would be like, Bork, don't be lazy, Bork.
It'd be great if they started every one of Lugamon's sentences with "bor"
or Borf.
Borf.
I really like that comment in regarding like the Tyrannomon, where it's like, I'm really glad that it was a Twitter post where they were like, I'm really glad that for for Tyrannomon they weren't like the large dinosaur shaped creature let out a deafening roar, let out a deafening scream, and instead it's just roar.
Yeah.
That's good. So
yeah, so I did enjoy this chapter more than the rest of them. I think. Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
as a dog, but no, that's not the reason.
He's barely in it.
I know, but there's a picture of him.
But no, I like the characterization. I'm looking forward to seeing what tomorrow brings. I
have to say, I'm looking forward to it going to one a week.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Especially with how badly it lined up with the stuff going on in our house. Recording this is a bitch.
Yeah, I would much prefer to be recording these in the morning, but because of the construction work going on, we just don't have that luxury.
And drilling and sawing, and you
why,
wouldn't hear us.
That's why we're going to see the Mario movie tomorrow, to get away from all that for an hour or two. I wouldn't normally go to the pictures before I start work, but yeah, just to get away from the banging and slamming for a couple of hours.
The talkies, movies.
The movies, yeah.
I love that meme. They're like, they were called the talkies. How stupid is that? And then it's like, so for the first time in my life, I had to consider the word movie.
Talkies made sense because we just come out of we're not that old. People had just come out of silent movies, so yeah, go and see the new talkie flick. But yeah, the concept that
why was that show you?
I don't know. I don't know. I think my brain just went somewhere into the 40s and just went mobster by default. The Rat Pack are just showing up going, yeah, we got a new talkie coming out. We're going to sing and it's going to be great. But,
a singy.
yeah, a singy. Brooklyn Rage. But
so
no.
Do we have comments?
We do. We have one comment from Ali. Thank you for commenting on 1-3. And Ali says 1-3 was a great chapter. More world building and being kind of funny.
Was that? Yeah, that was in relation to 1-3. Okay.
Yeah, because Ali also left a comment on 1-2.
Yeah, no, that's why I was with the being kind of funny. I was like, AG falling into the trash can.
Oh yeah, I get what you mean. And artwork wise, there's Seeker's art is starting to pop up a little bit. So I'll pull up a few of them here.
Yeah, go into my likes or my retweets even. Sorry.
Yeah, and we'll show a couple.
I retweeted the most recent one. Yeah.
Cool. So let me just bring up Meg's Twitter, Miss Meg Mon.
Give
And
me follows.
so we have this really cute Lugomon art from SLMY 1022. I really do love this. This is adorable.
He's so cute.
Um,
But it's not the best one.
no, it's not. Although it's pretty dang close. The pupper is adorable here, and yeah, it should be loved and given all the scritches and headpats. He's so cute. Um, so if we close that off and go back, we have Satsuki and her Numamon.
I hate the Numamon, but
This
adorable.
is by Moss_Square on Twitter. I really like this art.
Yeah.
You know, again, Numamon gross.
Numamon's always gross.
But
the way she's sitting on him in the trailer is just hilarious.
Oh yeah, like riding him into battle like a steed.
Yeah.
I love it.
Is it kind of like when in Ghost Game when they were all sinking into your man's back? Like, is she just standing in his goopy back?
Oh, I hope not. I hope it's more like she has a saddle and she's literally riding him into battle like a horse.
But he doesn't have handles like.
But it's not going to be like it's not going to be like two Numamon attached to like a chariot, you know, pulling her, which would be so much funnier. But,
oh my god, yes. But yeah, like what's she holding on to?
I think
goop.
I think she has reins. We'll look at it again and
yeah,
because
all I can picture is her grabbing the ice stalks,
and those would break. But I think there might be.
Would hurt,
I think there might be reins on the ice stalks, but I could be very wrong. My brain could be filling in gaps there that don't exist. Then there's this one of Lugomon giving AG all the kisses.
Yeah.
Again, absolutely adorable. This one is by _Zunaha on Twitter.
It says something the Japanese there. I think it just says I want him to lick his face.
Yeah. Yeah, I want him to be a good boy and just give AG all the kisses too. That'd be great.
He's gonna be an edgy boy, you know he is.
I hope not. I can't wait for him to go on. I can't wait for him to be. We know when he evolves, he goes on to 4 legs. So I can't wait for him to go on to 2 legs and then back to 4.
I did retweet the Sleepy Boy.
Did you?
I did. Not sure why he's not there.
Reiko's Quantumon art.
I retweeted it again, so it would jump up, but apparently that didn't work.
Well, some nice Arian Astra. Oh, there's the
the
meme. Yeah. So I'll show that off while you look for the other thing. So based on what happened in the original machine translation of 1-3, what we see, what Ryu Senji sees.
Actually, if you go into my likes.
Oh, it's in there, is it?
And if you find that meme again, there's another Lugomon under that. Then and then the sleepy one is there.
Okay, cool. Let me do that then.
And then there's a
there's the sleepy boy.
Yeah.
So
that's my reply to it underneath.
Yeah. So look at this. Look at this sleep. He do a slap. And it's adorable. This is by
Hinoko 0000. 4 zeros. Yeah.
Amazing artwork. Such like with this. I really hope some of these artists.
We've made him so puppy. Everyone's made him so puppy.
Oh god, yeah, because look at it, like he's so puppy. But I really hope that some of these artists, hell, all of these artists, you know, with the fan art thing that Bandai are trying for this web series, or sorry, light novel series, I really hope they all get a chance to be showcased, because there's so many mid-April they're opening that up, but like already we've seen some, you know, widely varied art styles, and it'd be nice for everyone to maybe just, you know, be able to be shown off And then I think the last one we have, I need to go into my notes for that. We have this one.
Oh yeah.
From Kalium again.
Kalium, yeah.
Ex Kalium on Twitter, who did the AG and Hatsune art that we showed off in 1-3. So yes, I think we'll finish up there.
Yeah. A good place to finish.
Yeah.
All the good boys.
All the good boys.
All the feel good.
And Satsuki and her Numamon.
Hopefully she gets something better than that, but she seems to like him. They want to sell that Numamon device, don't they? That splattered paint one.
Oh, probably, yeah. Speaking of, I need to look into getting one of those. I don't think I've ordered.
You're getting the Numamon one?
No, I don't even think I ordered the other one yet.
Oh.
I don't think. I need to go check my Zenig.
I can't remember the name of the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, them. Zenon TCG.
That's the one.
I need to go check my orders with them because I know I have the Lugomon straps and dim cards. And I got the anniversary vital bracelet with the
gold.
The black and gold. Yeah, the black and gold one with the Shine Greymon and Mirage Galgamon dims as well. So, so I don't. Yeah, this this month is going to try to kill me, basically, because what Zelda is out in May. There's a new Zelda Switch coming out at the end of this month.
Yeah, because you need a third Switch in your life.
Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, and 3 are getting a trilogy soundtrack release.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's gonna have songs that obviously weren't on the Xenoblade 1 and 2 original soundtracks because of Torna and Definitive Edition and Future Connected. And then the Xenoblade 3 soundtrack will have everything for all its DLC, and I'm just like, oh no. And that one is like they are doing pre-orders up until the 30th of April, and that is it. If they have any left over after that, great. But if you miss out, you miss out. TYFYB. So yeah, I don't know. I do want one of those Digimon Con V-Pets though, because that has a sort of memorial value to it.
Yeah.
Doesn't
come out of the box.
Yeah. Well, that is for future AJ to worry about.
I hate that the Numamon one is actually the better of those two.
Oh, because
even though Numamon is on it, it's visually nicer.
Because Numamon works Numamon
is such graffiti.
Yeah, because he's such a grungy design. He works really well as graffiti.
You could see him as like a sticker on a skateboard or something.
Yeah. I know. I hate it too, but there is like the little touches of like the graffiti poop on the back, and where it's like, it's very childish, but it works.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think we'll finish up there. So just thank you to everyone.
Thank you.
For watching. If you've stuck out this long, drop your comments down below.
Is that our longest one?
Yeah, so far it's only a few minutes doing the difference, but. Yeah, drop your comments down below. Let us know how you're feeling about Seekers so far. And we will see you back this time tomorrow for 1-5.
Yeah.
So, much love to you all. Take care of yourselves. I want to go get a snack before I play Resi. And yeah, we will.
We will.
Sorry, I was getting ahead of myself.
The other one is still here.
Yeah. So I have been your gogglehead, AJ. This has been the other one, Miss Megmon. And we will see you tomorrow. Much love and
love you.
Bye.
Bye.